I am just waiting to see if I could pull Jenica into a live stream. So it's just like a test. This is a test of the non-emergency broadcast system. One friend, she's viewing. I think that is Jenica. Jenica's watching. Ask Jenica to join the live broadcast. You said they will join. Add. Adding. Adding. So Jenny, I did just add you. It says it's adding. Um, I don't know if you have to. I don't know if you, are you in? I don't know what's happening. Oh, you're out. You're bring them on camera. I am still waiting. Oh, Jordan's watching. What's up, Jordan? Um, I'm just trying to do some experiments. Um, it is always good to see Jordan Savage. Try again. Try again. What the heck? Invite. Add.
It worked.
Jenny,
Hey,
we're
Matt.
on live together now. So I think this will like help with the. Why are you blacked out?
I'm blocked out.
What are you, what are you doing? Can you see your face?
Yeah.
What? No, you can't see it.
I can see.
Are you Are you blacked out because you're blocking your camera?
No.
What the heck? Do you see my face or do you see your face?
Here, I'll send you a picture.
Are you gonna text it to me?
Yeah.
Um,
It's a little creepy.
are you still there?
Yeah.
Um, okay. So uh I don't see you on it, but it's good that you're on it. At least I can hear you now, and I don't have to worry about recording um like a different thing. So I did want to talk to you. So like after we got off the phone last night, I did do some research into the head coverings for the girls.
Mhm.
You want to hear what I found?
Yeah.
So in Corinth, it was customary and traditional for a woman that was married to wear a head covering. It was symbolic of being in submission to the husband. So basically, like you have it in Ephesians, Galatians, you have all like different types of like critique. There's one that says like a woman shouldn't wear a lot of jewelry because in that area, when women adorn a lot of jewelry, that usually meant that they were prostitutes. So they're like, hey, like people watch you. We want you to be modest. We want you to be um, kind of like representing yourself in a wholesome way. So if a woman's married, they would wear a head covering and tradition, um, to let people know that they were submitted to their husband.
Mm.
So it was like there's a saying that comes from uh, a Christian. I want to say it was a Catholic, but he says, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do." So when you're in a culture that has customs or traditions that are wholesome, that represent modesty, submission to your husband and to God, that you should honor those and practice them. So you're in America, you don't have to wear head covering. That was specifically for the Corinthians.
Mm.
Do you not feel satisfied with that answer?
I wouldn't say satisfied, but I mean, there's like, it's fine, I guess.
You don't have to wear it. That was I could you could literally look up there's a bunch of sermons and I wanted to verify. It started getting into like the traditions and the customs of the Corinthians, so I got bored.
Okay.
I felt like I had enough information that was sufficient to say that it was addressed specifically to the people in Corinth.
Mm.
Um, but you'll find that with other things. Like they talk about, one of them talks about like the jewelry, like I said, because in that area, the prostitutes would be recognizable by the jewelry that they wore. So you'd be like who's working, and you'd be able to identify them as working girls because they would be wearing a bunch of jewelry.
Mm.
So the idea is to be modest. The idea is to be traditional, to respect the customs. And they didn't have rings in Corinth. So like you would be like a woman like walking down the street, uh, and the only way you could be identified as being married or in a relationship was to have your head covered, because it was a sign that you were in submission to your husband or your head of the relationship.
Okay.
And also there was something that they were talking about where they were talking about like women that were pagan were cutting their hair short. So um, that was another reason why in Corinthians it talked about letting your hair grow longer than your husband's hair, because it was a sign of beauty, femininity. Um, a wife's hair should always be longer than the husband's. Um, in that area, that was like that was the wholesome conservative customs for Corinth.
Mm.
And then they had a bunch of pagans running around because it's near Rome, and they were cutting their hair short and running around acting like liberals.
Yeah.
But that's what they were doing. So God was just like, "Hey, be conservative, be modest, cover up." I would say that it would be like saying, "Hey, if you're married in America, wear your wedding ring, visibly wear your wedding ring, cover up, don't be showing cleavage. It's not like a you're not trying to attract anybody, so don't present yourself in a way that is like alluring. You want to keep it."
Yeah.
So yeah, I did the surgery thing, but I did want to tell you that, so I didn't want you stressing over whether or not you had head covering, because I knew that it wasn't important. I didn't know why, because if it's in the Bible, it is important. But we have to take things in context. So the book of Corinthians was written specifically to the church in Corinth.
Okay. What about the one in Genesis?
What about Genesis?
It said
Jenny, do you see people that are watching? 'Cause my buddy Michael's watching, my coworker Andrew's watching. I call Andrew my friend, but he says we're not friends, we're just coworkers. Jenny, are you there? Are you still looking for some kind of head covering in Genesis? Jenny, she must want to get her
Oh,
Bible.
I think I
Oh,
muted myself on accident. I knew it. See, I try to look and see if I can see anybody, and I'm like, I'm afraid to touch anything just in case.
whoa, you don't be afraid.
Okay.
It's just a phone. We
Well,
can
I
recover.
muted myself for some reason.
Um, do you see that people are watching, or is that just on my end? Did you mute yourself again?
Okay, so now I know. When I go look, when I go look to see, like on something else, it mutes automatically.
Oh,
Okay.
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 Sound like Dylan.
Dylan.
Sounded like I thought I heard Dylan. I'm still probably a little bit high. I tried to walk out of the hospital. They're like, "You can't walk out." I'm like, "Sounds like a bet. I'm gonna take that bet." And they're like, "Get in the wheelchair." I'm like, "You dared me to walk out." I don't know. I As soon as I came out, I was like, "Do you guys know about Ignatius, the bishop from Syria who was martyred in the Colosseum of Rome by being eaten by lions?" And they're like, "What are you talking about?" I was like, "It was in 107 AD. He got captured by the Romans for being a leader of a church, and they martyred him, and he was like, I want my bones broken, my limbs dislocated, my flesh eaten. I want you to agitate the lions so that nothing is left of me." And they're like, "I'm pretty sure you're dreaming." And I'm like, "No, it's literally." I know I sound like I don't know what I'm talking about, but it literally
Yeah.
happened.
Yeah.
So what in Genesis are you talking about? Do you want me to try to look it up?
Okay, hold on. Let me look it up. Okay. This is 2465. Let's see.
I am still kind of working on trying to figure out um, where the people came from with Cain. I'm pretty sure that they're just Adam and Eve's kids that had kids and scattered and not scattered, but kind of migrated because they did know who Cain was. Like the older generation did know who Cain was. Somebody wanted to attack him, and they're like, "Don't you know who that is?" And they're like, "No." And they're like, "That's Cain." And they're like, "Who?" They're like, dude, you don't know Cain." So they were aware of him, and it doesn't even specifically say that they were uh the first kids of Adam and Eve, and they had to have had daughters. Anyway, it's off subject. Jenny, did you meet yourself again?
Yeah, I did.
Jenny, what are you? It's just don't
I'm
touch
trying
it.
to find it. The
What
scripture.
what do you remember about it? I can look. I can have my assistant do it.
Um, it was saying like she was out in the field and she had to
Mhm.
cover her head because um a man was coming. That's all I can remember.
In Genesis, who are we talking about? Do you remember who it was?
Isaac? No. I don't know. I don't know. I don't remember.
Uh, Echo, is there a place in Genesis where somebody was in a field working and she heard a man coming and she had to put on a head covering?
Yeah, there is a passage in Genesis where a woman in the field puts on a head covering. Rebecca sees Isaac is working and she hears he is her future husband.
Oh, it was a veil because it was her future husband. So yeah, that is generally to keep them from being it's just their tradition, like how we have the tradition of like a man shouldn't see the bride before they get married, and then you walk down the aisle and then they lift up the veil to kiss them.
Mm-hmm.
So she was literally covering her face from her husband because it was their like superstition tradition.
Okay.
So you, if you do get married, you can like cover up, but that's like the customs of Corinth. Like we're in a whole nother customs. You know,
Mm.
we do like the wedding ring. Um, what else do we do? Wedding ring. I don't know.
So then why do people still do it?
Why do people still cover their head? You
Mm-hmm.
mean you mean the Muslims?
No, there's like Christian Orthodox. When they go to church, they have like a head covering. It's not like a
You talking about
hijab,
the women?
huh?
Talking about women?
Yeah, it's more like a veil.
No. I used to go to Greek Orthodox, and the women don't cover their uh, head or their face. Um, maybe Syrian Orthodox. I don't know a lot about them. Um, they're kind of around the area that they might do it. So, like that saying goes, it was written by a church leader, and he says, "When in Rome, do as the Romans do." So, like certain countries and areas will have customs, and it says like when you're in those areas to observe those customs, because people are watching you, and it's like what is socially acceptable. um,
Mm.
so maybe Greek Orthodox women cover their head in Greece, but I don't even think that's true. So yeah, in Genesis with Rebecca and Isaac, it was the veil because they were going to get married. And Americans, we have that tradition too, where a woman, when she's getting married, is not supposed to be seen by the husband because it's bad luck, and they wear a veil over their head, and then once they're married, then they lift up the veil. So that's kind of common, but that basically that's what that was. She was doing there
Okay.
because Isaac was her future husband, so
Okay.
he couldn't see her face because then he wouldn't want to marry her.
Makes sense.
um, yeah, don't worry about those types of things. We're in a different time. We have different traditions. Um, the what would be likened to that in our times is like wearing a wedding ring, like so
Okay.
people visibly know that you're married. Um, Basically, that's it. Like everything else, I feel like that is why wedding rings are or became a thing, is so like you could visibly be noticed from far away. Like when I was a dog and I'd be chasing after every girl I could possibly um get with, I would look for their wedding ring maybe as far as I can see, maybe 50 yards. I'll be looking for that shine, looking for that glimmer on that left hand, because I wouldn't want to waste my footsteps to walk over there just to find out. So, like, it saved me the exercise to see it at a distance.
Yeah.
And if your head's covered, people were knowing that you were a wife and you were submitted. So it was like, save me the hassle of walking over there just to get let down by finding out that you're with somebody.
Mm-hmm.
I won't say that was a huge deterrent for me, but at least I would know in advance if I walk that far over there that chances are I'm getting involved with somebody. I'm engaging with somebody who is already involved with somebody else. So like now I don't even care. Like I don't even care if you where I don't even look. I don't even care. Like it's just not my thing anymore, not my jam.
Yeah.
I feel like in all the relationships I've been in, um, I like what I'm looking for is so different than what I was looking for, you know, 2 years ago. Um, Jenny, did you mute yourself again?
No.
Okay. So, 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 can you see me?
Yeah. I'm
What color
surprised
eyes
that
do I
you
have,
can't.
Jenny?
Uh,
Can you see my eyes?
it's really close to your
Can you,
cheek.
can you see the color?
Yeah.
What color is
I
my
can.
eyes?
Yellow, green.
There are people that have amber color eyes. I was watching a show about eyes, and I was like, I wonder what kind of eyes I have, because they just kind of clump me in. I wonder if I have amber eyes.
Yeah, that's true.
Like if I get angry, like if I get really angry, my eyes will like turn red on the inside. Um, it's because my irises are dilating. But I have like pictures of it. So that's usually a sign of hazel, but hazel's also influenced by like um, the sun, or the light sources, what the light sources are reflecting off of. So like walls, clothing. Um, but your eyes are dark,
Mm-hmm.
like a black hole.
Yeah.
So they were saying like people with different color eyes have different personality traits.
Mm.
Um, the people that I've known with black hole type eyes, other than ruining my life, had like this curiosity to always want to learn things, and they were always challenging themselves to be better at ruining my life.
Oh. Okay.
But since we're like on a different level, you know what I mean? Like we're at a father daughter level. It's not the same. Um, I don't feel like you're challenged to ruin my life. I feel like that was solely for the women I dated,
Mm.
like black beady, black hole eyes. So
In the
try to
sun, Dylan says I have.
trap my soul.
Oh. In the sun, Dylan says I have like there's like gold stripes in my eyes. That makes
Yeah,
sense.
you definitely don't get that from your mom. You get
Yeah.
you get all your superpowers from me. So I don't know what you get from your mom.
I don't know.
You get your super strength from me, your amber stripes from me. Um, Definitely wearing your heart on your sleeve is definitely from me. Your freckles from me.
Yeah. Yep. I still have freckles.
I wonder how much of it is genetic and how much of it is just passed on um, with like experience. Like being raised by me. Did I like rub my demons off on you?
Demons off?
My demons, like my personality,
I don't
because it's not
think.
all good. Your mom has some really good qualities, as far as personality goes. Like she does not uh, give a lot of care to what other people think about her. Um, if she doesn't like you, she could care less.
Yeah.
She couldn't care less.
Yeah.
She couldn't. She couldn't, right?
No. It couldn't care less. Yeah.
Um, all right. So don't worry about wearing a head covering. You're gonna be okay.
Okay.
Um, you can watch some sermons about it. There's like I saw one guy had a 6-hour sermon on it, and I was like, I'm not investing my life into that. Um, but generally, it's just like when they were writing to the different churches, like Philippians and Ephesians and Corinthians. They were basically addressing traditions and customs that were kind of um, I don't know if they were against the church teachings. They weren't really against it, but they're like, "Hey, we advise you to not do these things because people, when they watch it, they are." I just got a text message from the hospital. Confirm your appointment Wednesday. Wednesday, I just got a surgery, man. So I have an appointment for physical therapy on Friday, and I was like, "That's cool. I'm gonna chill till Friday. By the time Friday comes around, I'm good." Now they're trying to get me for Wednesday. What do they
Maybe
think
it's
this
just
is?
a checkup.
Yeah, but it's on my right leg. And then they're gonna be like, "Hey, don't miss it, but don't drive." And I'm like, "Well, like, how do you think I get to the hospital? You want me
Mm,
to walk?" I
I
mean,
think they want somebody to drive you.
right? That's not reasonable. You can't expect people to rely on other people for everything. Like, hey, stop what you're doing with your life and come take me to the hospital. Like, people that are around me have jobs or responsibilities, and they can't cater to the schedule that the hospital is giving me. It's just
Yeah.
ridiculous. Like, just give me a couple more days. That's it. Like, I'll see how I feel on Wednesday. Anyway, Jenny, we didn't talk about what we're doing for our next Bible study. I was gonna do it on head coverings because I felt like you were like stressed out about it, and I didn't want you to be. Um, are you are you satisfied with those answers, or are you kind of still trying to feel your way out about that?
Um, Now, because I don't know if I should do it after until I'm married or not now. But I get that you're saying that if you're in a different country, you get
Yeah,
accustomed to those customs. But
yeah.
like,
You. you want to represent yourself in a way that is respected in that country by their traditions. So, oh yeah, that was the other thing I was thinking of. Like it's customary to wear the wedding ring, and it's customary for a woman to take the husband's last name. Those are like our traditions. Um, I don't know if that was always a thing forever in every culture, but like in America, we kind of lost that. Like I was looking at a thing about last night. iDubbbz, the streamer, took his TikTok OnlyFans girlfriend's last name.
Mm-hmm.
He took her last name.
Yeah, people do it all the time.
That's
That's why I don't really know what is a custom now in
uh,
America, at least.
what is traditional and what is acceptable and respectable is for a woman to submit to God by submitting to her husband. So you would biblically want to please God by taking your husband's last name because that is what is wholesome, it's traditional, it's respectable, it's showing submission. Like your mom didn't want to take my last name. When she married me, she kept her ex-husband's last name, and I was like, that is very disrespectful. Like, not only are you like not keeping your name, but you're bringing your husband's name into our marriage, and like that always bothered me.
Yeah,
You would want to be respectable by wearing a wedding ring and taking your husband's last name.
makes sense. Makes
What's
sense.
Dylan's last name?
Hooper.
Cooper?
Hooper.
Hooper? Like a
Yeah.
basketball?
Yep.
It is better than Tuttle. But I mean, I feel like you can't get really worse than that. It doesn't roll off the tongue. It's not one of those great names. Um, Jenica Hooper?
Yep.
Yep. Just
Yeah.
wear
They
it,
won't be calling me Toodle anymore.
right?
They always do that. Why do people do that?
Because it's easy. Um, so in Japan, when I was in Japan, uh, they used to call me Tutaru. Uh,
Ah.
he was the ogre. Um, the gray ogre from we call it Totoro. Totoro. Um, he was like an ogre that would protect kids from getting lost in the woods. He had like a magic bus. So they would call me that. And then they would call me Tutoru, which was a squid. I used to shave my hair, and my head would like wrinkle in the back, and they were like, the back of your head even looks like a squid or an octopus. So they were calling me like,
Oh.
yeah. So I got it worse than you. Like I got uh uh tittle, I got puddle, but not until I got Japan did I get called a squid.
Yeah.
And I found it fascinating. Um, but I could hear them laughing when I walked away because they would see the back of my head. They were like, "It looks like a squid, just like his name." Um,
Mm,
so
that's
yeah,
nice.
yeah. So that's good. At least you'll stop getting teased. You'll be able to respect and honor your husband by taking his last name. Yeah, those are the things. Just don't stress over the head covering.
Okay.
We can do a Bible study on all the different churches and put things in context and show you where things that are addressed in those letters to like Corinth, to Ephesus, to the Galatians, aren't addressed in other books because it was
Mm,
specific. He was specifically talking to their tradition and to their culture and their customs.
mm, okay. That makes sense.
We can do that. I don't know what you want to do Bible study on. I do have time to work on one.
Okay. It doesn't have to be the head covering. It could be what else would be a good one.
They're all going to be modest and respectable. Don't do the things that people do that are not associated with God. Do the things that show you're in submission to your husband and submission to God. And if it's not doing that by your own customs and tradition, then start doing that. That's basically all those ever are. It's just corrections for behaviors that were associated with people who were not submitted to their husband and not submitted to God.
Mm.
Every time you
O-
find that in the Bible,
Okay.
in those books to the different churches,
Okay.
like they're all, like we got to take into context, like who is it written to, uh, and then you got to kind of go back to see what their customs and traditions were at that time.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I found out that women wore the head covering to show that they were married. So I just assumed that they didn't have wedding rings.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah, I could see that. Makes sense.
Mm-hmm. I don't want you getting made fun of for wearing head covering.
Yeah.
They're like, there goes Hooper head covering. Head covering Hooper over there walking down the street. So I'll save you that embarrassment.
I know a lot of people do that. Um, wear like it's more like a scarf, but
Yeah.
whatever. A head covering when like praying or worshiping. So like in your own private home. That's what they
That
do.
again is for the Corinthians.
That too.
Yeah.
Okay.
Um, that was to so when you had it walking down the street, it was to show that you're in submission to your husband, that you're taken. When you would do it in the churches, it was to show you're in submission to God.
Mm.
It's just customs for that. But basically, just to publicly address and declare you are submitted to the will of your husband and to the will of God.
Okay.
I would put my money on that.
Okay. Sounds good. So what's another topic do you think?
I really liked the conversation with Dylan last night. I feel like he was really on fire and excited, and it was really fun to talk with him. Um, I love that he was excited so much. I feel like I want him to be more excited, and I don't want to force like a Bible study that he feels is just like regurgitated, like um, generalized like Bible study. I feel like he might have, if he gets to choose what it's about, I feel like he might enjoy it more. And like to bring that like personality out of him like he did last night would be awesome.
Yeah.
It was really cool talking with him. I like love that he was getting excited. I love that he had something to say. Um, it was really good. So I feel like having him. Why don't you guys choose a topic, but don't make me wait too long because I got a lot of free time now.
Okay.
So I want to
I'll
be able
give
to
him a
stay busy
call.
with some study. But what?
So I'll give him a call and ask him if he what he
Right
wants to.
now?
He's at work, but when
Oh,
he takes his lunch.
you can't call your man at work. I'll tell you. In construction, women always be calling their mans at work to yell at
Oh no,
them.
I do. I do call Dylan a lot, but he's in a meeting
That is
right
the
now.
man's only peace is to be at work. Don't be bothering him at work. He's happy to be away from you. Not for you
Well,
personally, but just in general. Men are happy to be at work, happy. Let them have their happiness because they're coming home to you. They're going to hear it anyway. Let them have their peace. Just let it. Just don't stress them out even more. They already have a hard enough life.
okay.
I'm just kidding. If it's an emergency, always call your husband, or your boyfriend. But like if it's to yell about leaving the seat up, can you just wait till he gets home
Yeah.
from work? You know, it's not going to help yelling at him at work, and everybody hears it at work, and then he's going to talk about it at work.
Yeah.
It's like it's time where he can meditate and be alone and focus on his purpose of being a man. And I hear it, but they always be calling. All right, Jenny, I
All right,
love
Dad.
you. Don't worry about wearing your head covering. Okay, you're
Okay.
fine. Um, if you do want more confirmation about it, they do have a bunch. Like there is a lot of sermons on YouTube about it. Um, like I went through a couple of them, and I was like, I have all the information I need. But if you really, really, really want to get into it, I saw a 6.5 hour sermon about why women didn't need to wear head coverings. So I don't know if you want to get that involved in it, but
Okay.
dude, 6.5 hours.
I know that's like
I
all
can
day.
talk that long, but not about the same thing. I gotta jump around subjects a little bit. All right, Jenny, I love you very much.
I love you too.
Okay, I'll talk to you later.
Talk to you later.
All right, bye.
Bye.